session. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I think my screen is visible. The today concept is radio button. So radio button, like we can able to select only one at a time, and you know, let me share my. Let me show the application where exactly the radio button will be. How the radio button looks like. You see here, select hotel is a table. You see in the left side. See this we can call it as radio button. Okay. So I just need to select here and I just need to click on continue. So we'll see like how you can go on, click on the radio button on this radio button concept now. So let me create a new class. The radio button. So I'll use public static environment. So I'll use the common steps. I'm not going to write the common steps. So I'll use this and username password as well. I can use the same thing till login. Let's see what would be the next steps. To the logout, click on logout. Login. Okay, after logging, so we need to select the location. Uh, you know, we need to click on the search button, and we need to select this one. And we need to click on the continue button. Let's see, this is the flow. So my requirement is, I need to come here. I need to select the first data button, and I should click on the continue button to validate something in the next page, something like this. So this is my requirement. Let's see how I can go and automate. Okay, this is the one. So before that, I need to select the drop down. Okay, so here like I'll explain about the drop down, the concept as well. So drop down, this is we call as a drop down. So drop down, like we can select one value and multiple values also we can select. So when we can select multiple values, so for that particular drop down, for that it is having the capability to select multiple values at a time, then we can go and select. So how we can go and verify that? There is a method called uh, multi select, I believe. Yeah. So if that is getting true, then we will be able to select multiple values at a time from the drop down value. And let's go with the one selection now. I'll go and select one selection with help of select class. So let me see what is the tag here. Okay, you see, I can see the tag name is select. So I can go with the select class methods, and I can go and select the values with help of the select class methods. And let me go there and let me write the code for select. So select is a class. Select. You see now I'll use tag name now. See what is the tag name? For this particular location dropdown, tag name is select. So I can copy this one, go there, pass the tag name here. So yeah, let me import the select class. Okay, so it is coming from org open key setting what support UI. Okay, so now it's been imported. So from the select class, there are multiple, predefined defined methods are there. So with help of them, we'll be able to select the values and we can able to deselect the values from the drop down. We can do some validations as well. So let me use select class reference start. You see here, these are the methods deselect all. So if you use this deselect all, so you'll be able to deselect all whatever is been selected previously. And deselect by index, so you want to deselect the value with help of index, then you can do that. Deselect by value, we can able to deselect the value with help of value by using this method. Deselect by visible text, so you can use this method to deselect with help of visible text. And equals get all selected options. So if you want to verify something, so I just wanted to verify, so what are the options has been defaultly selected, and if I want to verify them, so I can go with this option, get all selected options. So mainly we'll be using get option method. And you see is multiple, it's important to select the multiple values is multiple. So if when I try to use this is multiple method, if you're getting the condition is getting true, then for that particular drop down is having the capability to select multiple values at a time. Okay. If it is getting false, then we cannot go and select multiple values at a time from the drop down. And you see here, so I'm going to use this method select by index and select by value, select by visible text. I can use any one of these to select the value from the drop down. So these are the important select class methods, very important for interview purpose, even for real time as well. The tag, the drop down tag is select. Only the drop down value is select, the tag name is select, then only you can go with the select class method. If it is different then select, then you cannot go with that select option. You need to write the customized method actually to select the drop down value. So that we will see later. Now I'll go with the index or whatever it is. Select by index or something. So I can use the 0 or 1. So drop down value start with the 0. So 0 is this one, 0. Sydney is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm using 1. So it will select this one, Sydney. And after selecting, what I supposed to do, I need to click on search button. So let me write the XPath for it, and I can see ID submit, type submit. Okay, let me write the code. So input, and I can use anyone name already. I can use name equal to what is the value. So if it is disappearing, don't worry, just click on the inspect button and click on search button again, it will be up, appear. So name this one, see one of one. So I'll just copy this one to click on the search button to select the reader button. So this is the pro we need to write. So private dot find element by dot XPath. So I'm using XPath, right? So I'll be using XPath and directly I can click. So when I can go and store in the web element, with the same web element, it is reusing in multiple times in multiple places. Then I can store in the web element like this. So if you are not using multiple time, only one time action, one time use, then you can directly write like this, and you can use the method directly like this. So what I'm doing, after logging, I'm selecting, connecting the select drop down with help of select tag and clicking the second value, the index by with help of index one, and select the continue button, sorry, search button with help of click method. So what next? After click on search button, so I'll be able to see the table and I'll be able to see the data button. Let me inspect this data button and let me try to write the X path for it. So I can use name, ID, anything I can use it. So I'll go with the ID now. See, input is the tag name, attribute is ID, data button. Let me copy this, go here, private dot find element by dot X path. dot click. Okay, this is my actual code to select the radar button. It's very very simple thing. So to perform the radar button, so we need to select the drop down. So that is the reason I explain about select drop down. You can use anyone, even the value as also. I'll show after this. Let me run the code. So now six it needs been selected and it's been clear. Select the radar button. So very simple, but you should aware how to select the radar button and how to select the drop down value from the drop down. So I'll show the different method as well. So I don't want to use the select by index. Okay, so I'll use start select select by value or visible text, anything I can use. So visible text is something whatever you see in the drop in the UI, so that you can use it. If it is value, so whatever is available in the DOM, so that you can use it as a select by value. So let me relog in it. Okay, so let me inspect. So these are drop down, select, see the values. These are the values and these are the text, visible text I can say. Whatever you see in the UI, I think this time like the values and visible text both are same. So I can use the same value for both. Let me try to see select by visible text. So what is the value in the UI? I can use this one and let's see whether it will be able to select the value or not from the drop down. So it should be in the string format, string return type. Stop this and run. So very very important interview question for this select drop down concept, select class methods and drop down selection concept. You see, yeah, it been selected. Even I can use select by value as well. Start select by value. Yeah. So what is the value? Go here and copy this one. So it should be value attribute and that property value that you have to take and fetch it over here. Sometimes the value and visible text will be different, so don't get confused. Clean and yeah. So this is a way you can go and click on the radar button. The same thing we have the dummy code. So I can share this document after completing the class. So you can use them for practice purpose. So this one we have completed. Let me go with a different concept. Anybody has any question on the radar button? Okay, so let me show that method before I select whether that particular dropdown is having the capability to select multiple values. Let's see. So select is multiple. Okay. Important method. Okay. So you see here, if you do mouse over, you will be able to see what is expecting the return type. So it is expecting the return type is boolean. So I'll store it in a boolean and equal to, see, I can print that. Use control space. I can see now. Is it true or false? Let me see. Let me run this code. Yes, so it has been selected. Let me go and see what is the value. You see here false. So it is not having the capability to select multiple values. So you see here false. So we cannot. So with help of this method, we can go and verify that, and we can do some condition something whatever it is, and if the dropdown is having that multiple option capability, then you can go and select multiple values at a time. So this time this particular dropdown doesn't have. So if it is having the capability to select multiple, you can use like this. You can select like this. You can whatever how many you want. Okay. Some see what I'm doing here. Hmm. So okay, with help of list, and with help of this get option method. Okay, so this get option method will be coming from select class method. So I'm just trying to add getting the all the drop down values and store it in the web list of web element, and I'm trying to getting the size dot size. With help of size, I'll be able to see the size, the drop down count, and I'm just printing that, and using the for loop. Okay, and try to get this size for one value actually, like one by one. So let me, this is something. Okay, let me run that and see. You see here, see all the values been printed. So the count is okay, it will be ended in 9 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. So the count is 9. Okay, and these are the values from the drop down. So with help of these lines of code, anybody has any question on this one for loop and list? Anyone? Let me write one second, write properly so that you understand. Okay, here what I'm doing, so I'm not going to select anything, and I have the drop down. So this is the drop down value. Okay, and yes, that what is the method? Get options. So it's very important interview question. That's why I'm just writing. And written type is it is you see here list of web element. So list. So this is the interface list of interface. So web element and li list, right? So li, and let me import it, the list one. Okay, see here. So I can import this list from java.util. Let me do that. And I need to get the count li dot. I need to get the drop down count li dot size. There is a method called size. So what best it will do? It will try to give the size of the drop down. I can store it in the int and drop down count equal to. So I just wanted to see what is the total count, number of count. So drop down, what is the value? Drop down count. Yeah. So I'll be able to see the count for the drop down. Next, I need to iterate and I need to print the value set. So for that I'll go with the simple for loop for int I equal to 0 and semicolon I less than. So I need this one. So you need to iterate this one to till this count and I plus plus. I need to increment the value one by one. So this is the simple form for loop. Now, so I have the list dot get of get. See, I'm using the get method. It is expecting the index value in. I can use I. So dot there is a method called get text, right? So with help of get text, I can try to get the value. And so I this one I'll try to store it in the string drop down value. So can you see this out? Simple. Very important interview question. This line whatever I selected, very important interview question. Please remember, very important. So they will ask you to write the syntax or program to print all the values from the drop down. So you should be in a position to write this code. So if you write, then they'll be happy. Let's see. You see here the value has been printed. Okay. What else I written there? Let's see. Okay. Selection. So what I'm doing here, desired value. Okay. I am trying to select this value. Okay, clicking the location drop down, and next what I'm doing here, getting the size of the drop down, printing it, writing the for loop, and drive it find by text path. Okay, to get the text, and I'm printing the text value, doing the condition, and and clicking on the particular drop down value. So that is the happen thing is happening. Okay, so this is very simple. So I just wanted to, okay, as I said earlier, if the tag is not select, what would the next solution to select the drop down value? So this is the one. So this is the lines of code. Okay, so you need to click on the drop down. Okay, and you need to write the XPath for this and try to get the value, and you need to raise the for loop server for iterating purpose, and you need to get that value, store it somewhere, and do the some condition. If the value is getting matched, then go and click it. So this is the things I just written over here. So any question on this? Anybody? No? Take it as no. So let me comment this code and see. So if you want, I can write the below code as well. So we are expecting value London, and it has to select the London value. So we are giving the dynamically the index value with help of the for loop. You see, there are 9 1. So I'm using I. So I'll giving that value dynamically the number. If I use the exact value, then it will select. You see here near 8 LOS to Sydney, something like that. So with help of instead of it, I can use this one, this I. So dynamically the value will be passed to this path, and the exact path where exactly the value has been condition is getting true. Then basis of that, it will go on sell the value. The same thing is been done. You see here. Okay, let me stop and run it again. So this is also very, very important. If the drop down, the tag is not select. So this is the syntax to select the value. Very, very simple code. So you need to click on the drop down. I need to get the count, write a simple for loop. Okay, get the value and do the condition. And if the condition is getting true, then go and click the value. After clicking, use a break. So our loop will be stopped. Yeah, it's very pretty simple one. See here. You see, said that the value has been selected as the London from the drop down. So very, very simple and very, very important concept. Drop down and select methods, select class methods. Only this is enough for the interview purpose, even for in real time as well. And next would be, see what would be the next concept. So I can give this document, you can copy the code, and or you can practice for understanding. So keyboard actions using Senfis. Okay, get CSS value, it is a method, right? Let me go and explain somewhere I written the code. Okay, so as I said earlier, get cxs value method is to get the color, font size,